Mr. Chairman, thank you, and I want to thank all those that are representing veterans here. We have 300,000 veterans in the state of Nevada. I don't know if there are any in the crowd, but welcome. Welcome, very good. I like that. Thank you for being here, and thanks for taking time. As all of you probably feel, I support the VA when they're doing things right. But I do have issues when, at times, I think that they are less than committed, and I'd like to share a couple of concerns that I have in the state of Nevada, and I'm sure that these are similar issues and questions that you may have in your own states. But to give you an example, we have a rural town on the Nevada-Utah border called Ely, and there's a couple hundred veterans that live in that particular town, and they get their health care through a VA contract with the local hospital. And unfortunately, that contract's about to expire. And it's my understanding that these veterans would be moved over to the choice program. Nobody knows how that's going to affect these veterans today. And these veterans want answers, and they want to be able to understand what kind of health care opportunities and care that they will receive. So at my request, and I'm fortunate and pleased to be able to announce that the VA is holding a community meeting with these veterans to discuss some of these changes. That's one concern. A second concern is we just opened a brand new VA clinic in Pahrump. I've been in Washington for 10 years now, and this clinic finally came to fruition last year, and we were pleased. Everybody was pleased to be able to serve that particular community. And the good news is in that clinic, their choice for health care sent them all the way to the VA hospital in Las Vegas, which was about a 140-mile round trip. Yet after all this work that we've put into the clinic, these veterans now can't get their blood work done there. So not only can they not get their blood work, they now have to travel 140 miles back to Las Vegas for this clinical work that probably takes somewhere between 15 to 30 minutes. Doesn't make any sense, and frankly, to me, it needs to be fixed. So these are some of the issues at home that I'm working with on behalf of Nevada veterans, and having your membership on the ground in Nevada keeping me informed is very helpful. Last night I had a town hall meeting back in my home state, and I enjoy this because I talk to a lot of veterans during these town hall meetings. And last night a woman by the name of Audrey and her husband asked about the Blue Water Navy Veterans Act. And it's a bill that I'm proud to co-sponsor. I told Audrey and her husband that I'd bring it up in this hearing. So I'd like to ask Mr. Larson or whoever may be the most important person that can answer this question. How many veterans can you tell me are affected? Or how many Vietnam veterans, Navy veterans are out there?
Sir, I'm directed that approximately 300,000 veterans are affected. I would like to include also that our veteran service officer for the Fleet Reserve Association ran the numbers here this week.
Okay.
And of our approximately 49,000 members of the Fleet Reserve Association, 82% are Vietnam era veterans that are affected.
Can you tell me how they're affected?
There's multiple illnesses. The VA has a list on that, but it's blindness, kidney, cancer.
What about the next generation? Is it affecting the next generation?
I don't have the stats on that. Hopefully it'll come to me real quick here, but I do understand that it is past. It has been, there's reason to believe that it is passed down through reproduction from the veteran to the spouse and on to the children. But I do not have that fact to back that up, sir, at this time.
I'm sure you know those veterans that served on ships in the waters around Vietnam and their exposure to Agent Orange through the runoff has got into their ship through the water filtration system, if I understand it correctly. It's my understanding that the VA has the authority to provide blue water veterans with the disability benefits. Is that accurate? And yet they choose not to?
That is my understanding, yes, sir.
Can we all agree here today, as my time's running out, that this isn't right?
This is incorrect. That is correct, sir, yes. Secretary McDonald put up last year, I believe, that he did not believe that the waters running from Vietnam was affected by our blue water sailors on deployment outside the 12-mile radius.
Okay. As I said, my time's run out, but I want to urge this committee, both on the House and the Senate side, to make this a priority, and to the chairman, how important this is to hundreds of thousands of veterans, as you mentioned, how important this piece of legislation is. Like I said, I'm a co-sponsor of it, and I would urge this committee and other committees that have jurisdiction to move this piece of legislation. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.